stay for like 40 years. So we tend to give a really good benefit to stay there for a long time. On the other side, the US is, you change the job to step up, carry on a few times, right? 5 to 6 times average, I believe. So it's just a difference, like a different culture between like stay there for a long time or just carry on for the money.
I see. Thank you.
Yeah.
In general, could you say that Japanese companies have experienced retaining employees better in the U.S. at U.S. companies than U.S. companies do?
Yes, yes. Yes, I mean, in rephrasing, like a turnover rate is better?
Right.
Yes, actually, yes. I do have data for that. So this is a turnover rate for the Japanese companies. So yeah, this is volunteer like turnover rate. So the blue one is the U.S. companies, the black one is Japanese companies. We stay like, usually lower than U.S. companies. We stay around 13% turnover rate.
Started out high though.
Yeah, the blue one is U.S. Oh, did I say wrong?
No, blue is
No,
good.
you're right.
Yeah, about 30%.
I think you also had a slide that showed like 0 to 3 years up to more than 10 years or something. You had a slide that showed how many employees and their tenure.
I don't think we have it in English.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry.
But you have in Japanese, I think, just to show the number that highlights the number of employees, because I think that was somewhat telling.
Right. I don't think I can put it right now.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah, we tend to have lower turnover rate. Even in manufacturing, we have less than 20% turnover rate in manufacturing employees do that.
So it sounds like it's working.
I don't know if you have the data here, I didn't see anything, but on that slide that you were showing how many benefits Japanese companies had, do you have any kind of data that shows the difference between the benefits offered versus work-life balance offered by Japanese companies versus American companies, and how those balance out? Especially as we come out of this work-from-home era and kind of look at that, because I know that's a big thing for American employees. They look for things like work-life balance.
Right. Yeah, I don't really have the data, but I've heard a lot of, even in the room before this, in the seminar, so like Amazon is expanding a lot, the warehouse. They tend to pay $1 or $2 per hour, like higher than Japanese companies. Like a lot of Japanese companies lost, their employees. But after like a couple of years, they come back. They tend to come back, even if it's lower, like salary, because the work environment, lifestyle as well. So it's not at some point employees realize that it's not only about the money. So
right.
Yeah, but I don't have the data. I just listen to the clients.
Thank you.
Yeah. Someone have a question?
Yeah, just curious. So the U.S. has been significantly higher until 24, and then inverted for a year. Do you know why that changed for that 1 year and then went back?
Well, I don't know. That's what we're actually trying to figure out too.
Okay.
But this is, 2022 was crazy about the hiring and like firing after COVID. So I don't think this number is, it's just exceptional.
Okay.
So usually it's like 15 to 17 is the US rate. And this is not, like, it doesn't include firing, it's only voluntary turnover, so like.
And for this number specifically, do you have the data 2 years back? I'm curious if the lead up to the election caused uncertainty in the market, and so you had people move more towards Japanese companies during that time as a response, because they didn't know what was going to happen in that year.
Right. I don't have the data right now, but it's usually turnover rate goes really low at that time.
Gotcha.
Even the second Trump was 2 years ago.
Going back to his earlier question, I don't know if you have the slide in English, but you had an interesting slide that looked at the number of days that companies allow people to work from home.
Oh yeah, that's 70%, 68%.
That's kind of a hot topic now, I know, for a lot of companies.
Oh, okay. Let me see. I can flood now. Sorry, it's so. So, oh yeah, this is just, I'm gonna explain. So like 68% of companies have a work from home option. And, okay, which is not in Japanese? Yeah, okay, 2 times a week is the highest, 18.5%. Is this the one you said? Yeah. So it used to be, last year was 73% of companies had a work from home option, but it's decreasing. And this is actually North America. So if you focus on like manufacturing in Southeast or South, I would say it goes lower than 50%. The companies have work from home option. So a lot of manufacturing companies are requiring employees to come back. Okay.
I will say, I'll just jump in, Dave, from Japan Society. On the Kentucky side of things, a lot of issues that we've been dealing with after COVID, of course, all of our companies is the workforce, is trying to get that workforce development. And one of the things, mindsets that had changed from the Japan side when the new executive expats came over and they changed over, the goals that were set from the Japan side was, we need employees, do what you can to get your employees, which caused some issues within our Japanese companies within the community. Because some of our Japanese companies decided, hey, and you might remember, we're gonna do a hire-on bonus. So they would go and do that hire for 6 months, get that hire-on bonus, and then they would move to the next company and do the same thing. So it took us a while to convince them, well, wait a minute, you need to stop doing that structure because you're really not maintaining or helping your workforce at all. So one of the things that we've been successful in the Bluegrass region, in the Bowling Green South Central area, they've realized that for the workforce, they're going to have to start at a younger age and start recruiting. So here, for example, I worked at Toyota, and Toyota was instrumental in starting the Bluegrass Technical campus there in Georgetown. They start at middle school, high school, introducing factory life. It was a curriculum called What's Up in Factories, because the mindset of what kids had was factories were dirty, they were owed, and they didn't pay. So in the Bluegrass region here, we're really strong in getting workers, but outside of the area, our Japanese companies are really struggling because they can't get that workforce. So they're trying to implement now some of the programs of going into the education system to start and then build up. Kind of like the same that we did. We were very successful in the Bluegrass region with Japanese language. We invested in elementary, middle school, and high school, and as they went through, the universities were getting lots of students that had a Japanese language program because they had that background aspect. So that's kind of like what we're working on trying now is we still have ways to go here, but we're in a better position versus outside of the Bluegrass region where the workforce is not as available to do, and our Japanese companies are very diverse. There's lots of companies within the company's supply chain, and I think they will talk more about that. And when I talk about, they talk about product. When I talk about supply chain, I talk about personnel. There's cafeteria staff, janitorial staff, those types of things. And right now, we're trying to get a temperature on, because of the immigration issues, we're losing a lot of people because Kentucky's not considered as safe anymore. So they're moving on to other parts of the country. So we're having a harder time in these backfill positions of workforce for that. A big group of people that we have left out is the